Hello, everyone here. Welcome back to Farming Simulator 25 on Wampsville, New York here. And starting off this episode, we're up at the shop here. I say up at the shop, and then the shop's right by the farmyard here, which again is kind of nice. I talked about that here last episode. When you go buy equipment here and or got to go to the shop, it's literally, I don't know, behind? Right behind the farmyard, I guess. I'd say that's kind of where we are at. Anyway, in between the episodes, I went ahead and picked up a brand new tractor, a John Deere 4455, or at least maybe I should say brand new to us, because I don't know that there's any brand new John Deere 4455s out there anymore. This is 4455, probably the 1980s, I'm guessing. Yeah, I'm not exactly sure on the year these tractors would have been released. You folks can maybe help me on that in the comments here. I can look it up too. But I'm guessing probably somewhere around late 80s, mid 80s, late 80s, somewhere 4455s. Got a four-wheel drive version here, 160 horsepower, I think, something like that. So, oh, interesting. 55 too, huh? 55 actually has the exhaust there. Huh, interesting. Was it the 60 series where they mounted it up? I was thinking it was the 55 series where they started going up the side here with the exhaust. Maybe that was the 60 series. Anyway, notice this when I bought the tractor. I'm like, okay, yeah, looks good, looks good. What the heck? That's why we're at the shop here, by the way, because I'm like, what in the world? Yeah, it appears we got a slight maybe a configuration problem here. I lost a tire or something somehow. I didn't even see it at first time because, well, actually, let's go to the shop here. Actually, you know what? I think the shop this way will probably work too. Go to configure here. And yeah, you know, I'm like, okay, so by default, it comes with single tires. I'm like, oh, well, let's put some duals on it. Okay, rear twin wheels. Perfect. And this, obviously, this is the view you get, right, everyone? I didn't bother trying, you know, pan around and see, oh, crap, we're missing a tire. And it doesn't say anything. It just says rear twin wheels. So I'm like, okay, rear twin wheels, right? Yeah, we'll go ahead and buy that. And obviously, this is what we got. I'm like, okay, then. Now, I do believe this is probably a legitimate configuration here. Unfortunately, I would say the mod author probably should have, like, named it properly, like plow duals or something like that. That is what this probably would have been for back in the day. One, you would have ran the duals on the outside of the plow, if that makes sense. So you'd be running this on the inside here. This would be the inside tire track, as far as I know, for plow, and this would be on the outside of the plow. So that is the reason why you'd run a dual on one side and then a single tire on the other side. I don't know. There might be some other reasons too. Maybe you folks let me know, but that is the reason I know of. Anyway, let's fix that, because I did check that. I'm like, oh crap, is this actually bad, or is it? Nope, there is. So go to the next one, rear twins, and there you go. Now we got twins. So. Oh, then there's wheel weights as well, which, I mean, maybe we should do that. Rear twins with wheel weights. Again, not really properly named there, I guess. Is there more? Oh, wide. Okay, so then we go, okay, wide stance. Wide 2, which is probably weights, I'm guessing. Oh, it doesn't actually leave those wide, though. That's interesting. Now, the one thing I noticed about this one, it doesn't actually properly space the front tires out for this wide configuration here. Depending on what you're doing to the tractor, nothing necessarily wrong with that. Now, in a row crop type setup, you probably are not going to want that. You're going to want, you know, where your front tires are in line with your back tires, so you're not driving over crops. Oh yeah, we'll go ahead and, well, it doesn't actually cost us nothing to do that. Cool. $0 configuration. Perfect. Well, let's get this hooked back up here. And then we'll probably just leave this here just a minute, because I want to go grab our mowing tractor here a minute. I am debating, by the way, whether or not I'm going to keep the Challenger and or the White, or maybe neither or both. We'll see once here. Again, kind of working through the mods I have just to see once. Wow, is there some grass out here? I hope there's grass out here. Can't tell. I guess we'll have to run a rake across to see once what it does. But anyway, I wanted to take this mower down to our, is it lavender, I think? Lavender field, and see if we can mow that here this episode. Once we got it mowed, by the way, the idea being is we're probably going to plow that field under, and we're going to, again, convert that entire field and the fields around it into one field. So, figure no sense folding this up. We'll just leave it folded out. Or just going down and around the corner here, I guess, so to speak. I see it appears we got some tram lines in some of these. This is not for me driving in the fields, by the way, but that is, I believe, the tram lines. Not entirely sure what that rubbish is about, but anyway. For those of you who probably realize by now that I don't typically play with that setting turned on. We usually leave that one off. And for that matter, I typically turn off crop destruction as well. I never play with that setting turned on either, so... Okay, let's go ahead and hire a worker on this here. Wait, is it not actually ready? Maybe it's not ready. Let's check. No, it is ready. Just according to that, it is. Well, is this the right thing for this? Maybe it is not. Okay, so how do we harvest lavender? Ready to harvest. Not with a regular... That's not a regular combine, is it? I thought I checked that. Didn't think I seen it. Maybe I mistaken on that one. Let's, where's our header here? That one right there. No, there does not appear to be any lavender. Well, actually, let me double check. Let's go see once here. Make sure I got the right symbol. Lavender. Yeah, lavender is that purple one. Okay, that's what I thought. So let's go back to the shop here and double check this. It wouldn't get harvested with a row crop head, would it? I don't want that. Wouldn't really make sense to me. Now, there's definitely nothing purple on this one. Got poppies and whatever the blue one is. What's the blue one? Again, oh, flax. That's what that one is. So many additional crop types on this map. I'm still learning what all these all are. You know, again, starting from below the oilseed radish here, we got North American tallgrass, which is what we just finished mowing on field 1, by the way. Then we got alfalfa, clover, rye, triticale, millet, spelt, mustard, lavender, poppy, buckwheat, lentils, flax, and onions. Yeah, that's quite the list. Okay, so how do we harvest lavender then? Not on that head. Special headers. Not on that head. I might just try the combine head just to make sure, but it's definitely not listed there. Okay, well, mowers. Mowers cut grass. Wow, what a concept. Yeah, what other kind of harvesters would I have that would do lavender? Got grapes. Well, I don't know. We might just have to harvest that with a universal harvester here then or something. I am not seeing anything that would harvest it here. I thought, again, like I said, looked at the combine head. I didn't see it on there, so I'm like, oh, it's probably a crappie mow then. I definitely am not familiar with lavender, so double check here. Let's just try this one more time, make sure. Nope, that mower is definitely not doing nothing. I do have it on. Well, we'll fold it up, and we'll head back to the farmyard with this one here then. We are waiting on... What is the one next to us here? What's that blue one? Rye? Waiting for the rye to ripen here yet. And then, like I said, my plan is to plow all those fields together into one field. We could probably even go crazy and plow a couple more of them together if we wanted to, but I think we'll probably just stick with the ones we own here. So 15 through 11, and then maybe in the future we'll look at picking up 16 through 19 here. Those look like they'd be a good candidate to plow together as well. Do a little field combining here. Okay, well, we'll just leave that there for the moment. I think I put the combine away already. Oh, I did not. Oh, okay. That being said, I don't have the head that I'd want on it. Oh, we got something on 14 yet, too. What's on 14? That is... Oh, that's the poppies. Okay. So we're waiting on both those fields to be ready to harvest. Speaking of which, I should, get fertilizer on those, Evan. I should probably work on that here this episode. So before they're ready to harvest, we can actually improve their yield, put some lime and fertilizer. Actually, no, I might not be able to do lime. We'll see once here. I should, at the very least, be able to do fertilizer. Yeah, get some fertilizer on those fields. Let's run this back to the farmyard real quick, Evan. I will grab the other header here, and we'll just confirm and make sure that this is not the proper harvester here for lavender. I don't think it would be, but, well, actually, we can check the combine. The combine will tell us too, right? No, there's no lavender on the combine either, so I don't know why am I even bothering to check this out when it doesn't show here. It doesn't show on the headers. Oh, wait, you wouldn't chop it, would you? Chop it? Aha. Bingo, everyone. There it is. I'm like, what other harvesters are there? I'm missing. Nope. Chop it. Okay. Yeah, we won't bother checking it then, everyone. We will chop it. Speaking of chopping it, by the way, I do need to still look into what I'm going to do for chopping yet, everyone. Yeah, as you can see, like all the choppers I have are like big, right? I don't have any small choppers. I do have the toe behind one here. We might see once about doing that. I don't know yet. Do the toe behind one. Then I need like some proper trailers to go with it, which I don't know if I have any proper chopper boxes. Do I? Probably not. I'm not even sure what under trailers. Where would I find that? I don't think I'd have them, so it's probably, like I said, again, not really worth looking, but might have to look into that a little bit if we go that route. Okay, we'll just put the combine away for now here. That being said, if you can chop it, I don't see a reason why we won't be able to mow it and then use a pickup header on it. That seems like that should be a valid form of, harvesting the crops. I might have to do a little mob looking at it, just see what I can find for a chopper, and or if you folks know of any good choppers, let me know. Reminder again, too, by the way, if there's any other mods you think would go great on this series, throw them down in the comments as well. And speaking of comments, if you got something to say, throw it down below. Always enjoy reading all your comments. Make sure we leave those fields alone here. We're heading up to, what number is this? 13? Field 13. The one we just harvested last episode, I believe it was. Or was it the one? Or was it 15? Maybe it was 15. Which one had? Oh, 15. 15 is the one we harvested last episode. 13 is the one we harvested in the first episode there. Okay, before I get started on this, though, I do want to go see what we can do about getting some fertilizer and lime on our fields here. Let's go check our spreaders here. Am I down too far in the categories? I think I am. No, maybe not. We got to go down a little further yet. Where's our... there we go. Spreaders. What do we have for spreaders? We own one of those, eh? Well, we might just go with one of the Wilmars here. I think we'll probably just sell that one. Wilmar S800 puts some sides on it, basically. Working speed 12, that's probably pretty good. No, yes, we'll do a slow moving sign, because, we're probably going to be slow moving with this. Think that all looks pretty good to me. A little more what I would consider to be an American style spreader. See these around quite a bit. I think they're mostly like the co-op type spreaders, right? You go down to the co-op, you want borrow their spreader and fertilize. Well, not borrow the fertilizer. You're going to buy the fertilizer, right? And then, yeah, depending on how much fertilizer you're buying, they might even let you just use that for free, and or you got to pay for it, right? Let's see, vehicles. I want to make sure we sell the other one here. Ooh, right there it is, I think, right? Yep. Wow, that's all we're getting for that? My goodness. Well, that was, yeah, that cost us some money. I was thinking maybe we could actually sell that and make a little profit by buying this Wilmar. Apparently not. Now, that being said, this map, oh, wrong screen. This map is not as bad as like some of the in-game maps, Evan. You know, it used to be back in the day, on previous versions of the game, you could like sell all the equipment the game started you with, and you'll make some decent money and go buy the equipment you wanted to if you wanted. Well, Giants apparently has figured that one out, and they have now made it so a lot of times with the equipment that comes with the game, it is virtually worthless, which I noticed some of this stuff is like virtually worthless. Like 185 hours, it is worth $1,290. This Diablo power chain, probably going to sell that, to be honest, but we do have it so far. Some of this other stuff too. I mean, that, you know, we might as well, that's a flatbed, right? To be honest, I could probably still sell it. I don't foresee myself ever using it. Got a nice little pickup there. But anyway, let's go. Actually, you know what? We're right here. Do we have a any refill silo around here? With all the stuff that's on this map, I'd like to think the map author probably gave us a refill silo somewhere. I don't know where, though, so let's just go ahead and we'll buy one. They're not a whole lot to put up. I got to remember which one we want here again, too. Construction. Silos. Or is it silo extensions? I always forget. Constructibles. Nope. Containers. Ah, there we go. I think that's the ones we want. Filling stations for liquid. For herbicide. Oh, there's one for each one. Seeds. For fertilizer. There we go. $100, huh? Or we can get the one that like does everything. That one is a 60% off. That actually probably is a fair one. These are all 60%. Okay. Not sure what the difference is. Discounted. Oh, real. Oh, okay. Yeah, we'll go with a discounted one. Now, as I've said before, I am not a fan of OP stuff, and you're probably thinking, well, buying the discounted thing, that's a little bit OP in it. Maybe. I would argue, though, given the fact that the buying stations a lot of times charge you 5 times what the regular store price is, that no. I don't think this is actually OP. And at 60% off, we're probably still getting charged double. So how much of this is what? $7,400. Okay. Cost us $2,000 per 1,000 liters. What would it cost us in the shop? $2,000 per 1,000. There you go, man. We're like almost spot on. Spot on. $2,000. That's $1,920 for 1,000 liters. Now, doing the exact math, that one, that's probably what that money comes down. That 14,000, blah, 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 to 7,000. Yep. I'll bet you we're really close to that. So at 60% off, what the game's charging us. Wonder what the real one charges then. That's probably scary numbers there, one. That's why I've said before, Evan, to call this game a simulator might be a bit of a stretch in the financial department here. Because let's face it, with the way you can make money in this game here farming, everyone would be a farmer in real life if this was true. I'm just going to throw a hard worker on this here, by the way. Off you go there, pal. Or ma'am. I'm sorry. Yep, ma'am, apparently. Well, you never know. Yeah. Okay, we won't get into that topic. We could go somewhere with that one, but we will not. How about that? Okay, let's grab the John Deere 4455 here. Let's start working up our field here. We're running the John Deere 712. John Deere 712 chisel plow here. Nothing like some good old-fashioned American farming here, right? Well, I say old-fashioned. It's still done this way. A lot of places around where I live yet, everyone. Still quite common. Once the farmer's done harvest, they usually will chisel plow their field here or work it up in some sort of fashion. Starting to see a little bit more of the vertical tillage around here. I wouldn't say it's the most common yet. You do still see a lot of farmers that there are, at least on corn ground anyway, a lot of farmers are running the chisel plow yet. Again, just breaking up that ground, Evan, getting it worked up here. So hopefully in the spring it dries out quicker. Again, a lot of your yield, Evan, is related to how quickly you can get that crop in the ground in the spring. Usually, not always. that can depend sometimes. This year was probably one of those years, though, Evan, where the farmers that got the crop in the ground earlier, and I'm talking like earlier the better, they probably did the best. At least around where I lived, everyone. Once we got past, like, probably May, mid-May, somewhere in there, one, like, the rain just shut off, and it never turned back on until fall. And we got a couple spotty showers here and there, but we got very, very little rain here this year around where I live. So the crops just baked out in the fields. They did not do well in some cases. So, yeah, the farmers that got their crops out early and you know, the early crops that got some of that early moisture, I'm sure did way better than anything that was planted later. You know, some of the farmers that are planting, you know, soybeans out in June yet, even, you know, maybe early June for some corn, I'm sure those fields did not do well. Like I said, it might vary a little bit from year to year of them, but generally speaking, usually earlier planted crops usually do better. A couple reasons for that. One, longer growing season. That's a big part of it, right? You plant it later in the season, and when I say later, you know, maybe you're planting it end of May, early June. You know, you potentially took a month off the growing season there. Maybe even a month and a half. Kind of, you know, it varies a little bit depending on the weather around where I live, everyone. But usually, like, end of May is when you can start, like, safely planting. You might be able to go a little bit earlier, but it's going to depend greatly on the year. So, like, late April, early May is about the earliest you can go around here. Anyway, let's see if we can load up some comments here in a moment, see what you folks had to say here for last episode. Reminder again, always enjoy reading all your comments, so if you got something to say, throw it down below. I don't think I've actually read any comments here on the videos yet here for this series. So again, hopefully folks are enjoying Wampsville, New York. Quick reminder here, by the way, Wampsville, New York, if you want to download this map, link is down below. Keep in mind, this map comes in 3 different flavors here, by the way. I am playing on, like, the pre-done one, so to speak. So you also have the, what do they call it? The DIY one, I think. Or is this the DIY one? I forget. Basically, it comes with a forestry one, Evan. Comes with a, like, a mining one, kind of sort of more geared to the mining stuff, and then it comes with the one I am playing on. Now, the forestry one, by the way, is an empty map. So, like, trees, you're gonna have to, like, clear the land, make fields, and just build it yourself. Anyway, to the comments here, and as I mentioned a few moments ago, always enjoy reading all your comments, so if you got something to say, throw it down below. Starting off with RC Win was saying, in my neck of the woods, we call them Quonset huts. Talking about the huts. Hopefully folks see them right there where we parked our combines. Quonset huts. I better be careful. This thing apparently destroys the grass around the field here too, doesn't it? Good to know. And I see we are dragging up some rocks here. I do have rocks turned on, Evan. We'll have to see once. I'm probably going to end up turning that off. We'll see. I have done this in the past. I went back in Farming Simulator 22 where I've like, we'll leave the rocks on. You know, a couple episodes in, I'm like, yeah, no, we're going to turn the rocks off. That's enough of that nonsense. Next comment here from AZ Coyotes fan. Thanks for the video. Really enjoyed the last map, and this map looks great. Well, hey, thank you very much for that. Glad you enjoyed the Arizona map, and then, yeah, as you said, hopefully we'll enjoy the Wampsville, New York here as well. We're going to probably try to go a little bit I don't know if I quite want to say old school here on this map, but a little bit older, you know, John Deere 4455, stuff like that, right? You know, nice John Deere 712 chisel plow. Anyway, next comment here from Dustin. Dustin was saying, good video. Thank you very much for that. Christopher was saying, good video. Keep it up. And Boss Baby April as well. Speaking of which, Boss Baby's not joining us here for today's video. He's over at Grandpa and Grandma's again. Jake was saying, Boss Baby can show Dad how to play Farming Simulator. You also say, nice map and good video. Well, hey, thank you very much for that. That's right. The Boss Baby's like, I'll show you how to play this game. Yes. Give her another year, she probably will be. Yeah, we're definitely have to run the rock picker across this field here. Next comment here from Rented Mule. Rented Mule saying, R.D. Allen has gone red. What will this world come to? Pretty sure the real R.D. Allen has been kidnapped. Yeah, someone's going to have to come rescue him because, I mean, let's face it, I mean, the real R.D. Allen would never drive anything red, much less massive failures. I mean, come on now, everyone. Really? You think the real R.D. Allen would drive a red combine? Much less a red massive failure? I mean, oh my goodness. Oh, here's the comment I needed to read a few moments ago, everyone. Back when we first started this episode, Maximum was saying, you use a forage harvester for the lavender. Well, good to know that now. Obviously, yes, I did not know that. At least till now, anyway. Well, we figured it out here earlier this episode. Oh, let's see. Is he done spreading? I probably should get him to the next field. Next field here will be the lavender field, by the way. See how the hired worker does. It's kind of a long, narrow field here, so I'm not sure how well the hired worker will do on this field. I guess we'll find out, right? And then once we're done with this field, I believe we got one more over there yet. Yeah, I think we got 3 fields here. Is there 4? Whole group of fields here. I always forget what we have here. So yeah, 15 is done, 13 is done. We got 11, 12, and 14 that need to be done yet. Okay, and then obviously, yes, 12 here needs to be fertilized, as does 14. Let's throw a hard worker on that. So we might have to keep an eye on this one. Might end up like maybe having to do this field ourselves here. It's another reason why I want to plow these fields together, because I'm like, I don't know, the hired worker, see how it goes, right? Hopefully gets the job done. I mean, something like the chisel plow, yeah, we're not going to have any problems with that. I mean, this implement is narrow enough. It'll run fine on these narrow fields, but you start getting these wider implements like the spreader here. Stuff starts getting a little funky on narrow fields. Anyway, looking at the time, it looks like it is about time to wrap it up here this episode. Do you folks have any comments or questions? Be sure to leave them down below. And as always, thanks for watching. Till next time.